tips off a broadcast like getting the lowdown from the sidelines. And we've got David Aldridge there for that. David, good evening.
Well, for the Golden State Warriors, making 5 straight finals appearances took a toll, mentally and physically. The Warriors played the equivalent of an extra full season in those 5 straight finals runs. Injuries derailed their title hopes in 2019, and they're still recovering. Kevin, they are certain that their championship window remains open.
They got a lot of pride there, there's no doubt, and rightfully so. Thank you. Brent, 2 explosive backcourts. When you were playing, who was the toughest guard that you found to defend?
Well, I would start off with a guy named Allen Iverson. And the reason that I start with that, Kevin, the reason I start with Kevin is I just saw the back of the jersey all the time, so I remember Iverson clear as day. But if I went deeper, I would tell you guarding the Hall of Famer Mitch Richmond at the time when he was playing for the Sacramento Kings. They would run an offensive set, much like for Reggie Miller, multiple screens by a bunch of guys who were big and strong. That was not good for me to try to fight through those kind of screens. But if you gave Mitch Richmond 8 inches, 2 points.
And Richmond was strong and had bulk to his body.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
You can see the bruises. A look at Atlanta's opening lineup. Hunter at the 3 with Collins at the 4. Trae Young is out there with Bogdanovich, and it's Capella in at the center position. And for Golden State, Chris is out there with Green. Then it's Wiggins. Then there's Stephen Curry. And it's Oubre in at the 3.
Toughness inside from Trae.
And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for the Warriors. Victory eluded them last time in Atlanta when they faced the Hawks.
Yeah, they were just wrecked last time they faced this team, and a lot of it was their own undoing.
Yeah, those turnovers were inexcusable. So many of their possessions ended with them giving the ball away. It's one thing to make passes, but you need to pass to your own team, not the other one.
Here's Bogdanovich, following the basket by Andrew Wiggins. Now, here's Hunter. Tight defense on him. The high post shot. Here's Capella. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Really nice job to convert the putback opportunity there. I mean, he stayed with that play from start to finish. That's something we say about him a lot.
Now here's Curry. Over Young. Curry's shot is off. Little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. And it's Hunter with the jam.
Well, we know that Trae Young is a phenomenal passer, which is why you just can't leave him open like that.
Chris passed it Oubre. Outside Curry. Shots 5 on the clock. Stolen by Collins. Here's Young. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Green finds Oubre. Some nice passing by Golden State. Pass to Wiggins. And Capella sends it back. Outside Bogdanovich. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. To the paint. Here's Capella. That falls. Nice feed that time from Bogdanovich. Capella's got his second basket.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
Now Chris. He's coming off a 10-point game against Brooklyn. Back to Curry, looking to end the run. Connects from three-point range.
I don't know how you do it, but you just can't give Steph any room from any distance.
Outside Collins. Pass to Young. Outside Collins. And the shot goes in.
John Collins does a nice job reading the defense there, staying focused right through the contact and gets the finish.
Young with the steal. And here we go. And the rejection by Curry. Collins against Green. Outside for Curry. Green breaking loose. It's Curry. That time on the assist by Green. And that's now 6 points for Steph Curry. Young dishes to Capella. Now, here is Young. He's coming off a 31-point game against New York. And that one's good. Hunter.
Just no resistance on the inside. That's their 5th consecutive make in the paint.
Young against Curry. Shoots off the step back, and he hits the jump shot. Curry's got his 3rd basket of the night. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for Atlanta. The pass to Collins. Bogdanovich against Wiggins. Bogdanovich passes to Young. Shot clock at 6. Shot from the top of the key. Andrew Wiggins grabs the board.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
And Brent, many consider Trae Young the first product of the Steph Curry generation. He grew up in the age of the three-point shot.
I think that's pretty fair. He said he recorded all of Steph Curry's games. He studied them, tried to see where Steph was gaining some advantage, and that balance of his shooting and his playmaking, then moving without the ball. You can see all of those sort of attributes that are coming out of Trae Young, courtesy of Steph Curry.
Here's Curry following the basket by Trae Young. Curry with it. 8 points for him. To the middle, stolen by Collins. Young outside, Capella high post. Outside Collins. The Hawks need to get off a shot here. They get it back, and he battles for the ball and gets the second chance bucket.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Warriors trail by 6. And here is Curry. Oubre passes to Chris. Back to Oubre. Capella against Curry. Shoots over Capella. Rebound by the Hawks. Here's Hunter. He's coming off a 13-point game against New York.
Yeah, but the rebounding in that game as well was just tremendous. I mean, he dominated the backboard.
Now, here's Capella. 6-point lead. Over Oubre. But they recover it. Bogdanovich against Wiggins. Goes back up. Bogdanovich, no luck. The Warriors have gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 62%. Oubre kicks to Curry. Looking for Chris. He gets it there. Over Young. And that one goes long. Atlanta leading by 6. Lets it go from deep. The shot will not fall. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Wiggins drives in. That one falls. His second basket of the game. He's now 2 for 3.
I mean, if the defender is going to play off like that, then you know what's going to happen. There are going to be points put on the board.
Young taking his time here. Outside Collins. And finished off by Collins.
Trying to establish more and more confidence in his game offensively. John Collins looking cozy.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Opening night, Brent, always exciting. Technically, every team is undefeated with a lot of hope.
You're just fired up. I mean,
I am fired
The
up.
NBA never stops, Kevin. We know this,
right?
right?
Isn't it great, though? I'm so glad it doesn't stop.
The offseason is just absolutely ridiculously
so fun.
exciting.
So fun.
So much movement and hope for franchises that, have struggled for a long time. And here we go. Hope springs eternal. It's opening night.
He's checked in for the Hawks.
And a chance here to check out some stats on Steph Curry. Last season, he played outstanding. Second in free throw percentage, fourth in three-point field goal percentage. And as one of the NBA's top 5 scorers, you also can't forget what an outstanding year he had offensively.
And back to his free throw shooting percentage, second in the league. I never saw lapses in his concentration at all. Always completely focused, completely automatic.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm. It's really all about Trae Young and his skill. And you know how many hours that takes, Kevin? I mean, he is putting time in the gym to show you what he's capable of out here on this floor, and he makes it look easy.
And that one falls for Young. And Brent, for Trae Young, remarkable how his game has grown.
It's going to be interesting over the next 3 to 5 years what kind of layers Trae Young can add to his game. We know he is a prolific shooter. He's got deep range. He's a good playmaker. But how good does he want to be? We're going to find out how complete he can be.
Here's Bogdanovich following the basket by Stephen Curry. Wiggins against Bogdanovich. Dishes to Capella.
Well, some people looking at Atlanta and their situation in terms of the rebuild and wondering what direction they would go. They've made some pretty solid picks. Got John Collins at the 19th pick as a foundation piece, and then obviously drafting Trae Young and Kevin Huerter, relying on shooting on the perimeter, and things moving along swiftly in Atlanta.
And he makes the first. All free throws good from Capella. And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. They trail by 9 points. Passes it to Chris. Here's Pascal. Outside Curry. And the 3 off target. And John Collins, Brent, falling that late in the first round shows you how deep that draft was.
Now, some people thought it was going to be a slow rebuild in Atlanta. They've made some pretty good picks, grabbing Collins, as you mentioned, and then last year picking up Trae Young and Kevin Huerter in the draft and relying on some shooting. That number 19 has been pretty lucky so far for the Atlanta Hawks.
Fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
This is not a player who likes to be trailing in any game. That lights a fire.
And you know, you see it every day, but it still doesn't make it any less impressive. The amount of skill that Steph Curry has on the floor, the shooting, the passing, the agility, he has it all.
Find the lanes. Find the lanes. One shot.
Free throw no good for Curry. You could argue Curry is one of the most skilled players of all time.
The shooting alone puts him in the conversation, and very few can match up to just that. Guys like LeBron and Wilt dominate with their size and athleticism, but Curry is an all-time great because of his once-in-a-lifetime skill.
So it's the Warriors now after the basket by Atlanta. Oubre finds Chris. Count it.
That's a nice touch shown off by Marquise Chris. You want him to score a little bit more from there if he can.
Young outside. Capella dishes to Young. Shoots over Curry. Young's shot is off.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
On deep. Curry's shot is off. The Hawks leading by 9. Gallinari outside. 1:10 left in the first. He feeds it to Collins. Yes, that goes in. Collins has got 8 points.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Wiggins passes to Curry. And it's off from three-point range. Atlanta's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. Inside, Capella scored the basket. His 4th. He's only missed 1 of his 5 shots tonight.
Their play on both ends has been superb. We'll see if they can maintain the momentum.
Like tonight, that all the hustle plays have meant so much to this team. Now just sustain some of that energy and keep comfortable.
Now here's Bogdanovich. Ball's knocked loose. Capella, the pass to Bogdanovich. It's good from long range. Bogdanovich has got his 2nd bucket of the night.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Well, if there were 4 or 5 boxes to check in terms of the game plan tonight, they might have checked 6. I mean, they're doing everything out there.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
That's Young's favorite shot right there. A lights-out long-distance sniper with unlimited range.
Trae Young, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Atlanta. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We've got more in store for you right after this. So much talent on this Warriors team. Draymond Green talks about how it all meshes together.
The way I judge, whether we can play together or not is on the defensive end. I never really judge on the offensive end. It's about picking each other up on the defensive end and all being on the string.
Greg, defense is Draymond's specialty, no question about it.
And it all starts on that end. The Warriors feel like if they take care of business at that end, the offense will take care of itself.
And glad to have you with us, folks. 2nd quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And guys, we've seen the Hawks really take control here.
Boy, their offense looks really good when everyone's in sync. Terrific first quarter.
They couldn't ask for a better one right now. Just a complete rhythm by all the guys who got some minutes. Wonderful start.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the 2nd quarter gets going. On the court for Atlanta, Young and Herter make up the backcourt. Jones is out there with John Collins, and it's Gallinari in at the small forward. Warriors trail by 18. And we're starting the 2nd quarter, about a minute gone. Curry passes to Looney. Back to Curry. Clock at 6. And Jones pulls it down. Last game for the Warriors, it was a loss to the Brooklyn Nets. Here's Herter. He's still scoreless so far in this one. The fadeaway. Jones, no luck.
He lacks defense there. He's going to see fewer and fewer chances if he can't bury those kind of jumpers.
Curry outside. And another 3 for Golden State.
And I like the way they're using the entire court here in the 2nd quarter. Their 3-point percentage has gone through the roof.
Gallinari outside. The Hawks again can't hit. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the 2nd quarter. Curry on the wing. Over Young. Curry can't get it to go. The Hawks leading by 15. It's Young on the wing, covered by Lee. Young passes to Jones. Shoots over Oubre. The Hawks again can't hit. Golden State's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3 ball here. Down low. Here's Curry. Count that one. Curry's got 8 points here in this quarter.
Well, not only is he not missing, I think he's really enjoying himself out there. When he goes on a tear like this, he gets that big smile on his face, the mouthpiece at the side of his mouth, and his teammates feeding off the energy.
He had a nice open look right there. 15 points for Trae Young.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. They get Stephen Curry. And the movement to bring the NBA back to Seattle, the Pacific Northwest. Brent, you played there half a decade. I know you've got fond memories. How much does that city love the NBA?
The Seattle fans are incredible, and I don't know how much,
knowledgeable.
Yes, and how much longer do we have to keep talking about how we want a team in Seattle?
One of the great cities in this country.
A fantastic place to play, to live, and the city is starved to get the Sonics back up there in the green and gold.
And they'll support them.
Oh, there's no question about it. So the time is ticking, and everybody's excited about the opportunity in the near future for the team to return.
You know, Brent, how candid can players be in their answers in the post-game interviews about what has happened or what they're feeling at that time? In other words, is there a danger to being too honest as a player?
There could be, Kevin. I mean, anytime you express some of your vulnerabilities, and if it's done at the right time, somebody's going to take advantage of it. What we've seen over the past couple of years is, forget about when it is that the media is asking you questions. Most players are taking it to their social media accounts where they're able to get the message out without being baited by somebody with regards to a question. They can expound on whatever it is that they're feeling at that time, and that helps them to control the messaging a little bit more. And I think that trend is going to continue to grow.
And for Steph Curry, certainly one of the best to ever play. Iguodala said last season, Brent, that he's already the second best point guard to ever play in pro basketball.
Well, high praise from Andre Iguodala, and why wouldn't you talk about Steph that way? You tally up MVPs and titles and his impact on the game and what he's done to change the way the game is played. The case for Steph Curry to be the top point guard ever is getting stronger and stronger every season. The guy that he's going to have to knock off the top of that shelf, I think, for most everybody who's been basketball fans for a long time, is one Magic Johnson.
And Young kicks to Gallinari. Back to Young. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. They get Stephen Curry.
As much as we talk about Trae Young and then mention Steph Curry in the same breath, I think Trae wants to carve out his own path. We know he's a dynamic shooter, can set the table offensively. Now it's about learning the nuances of being a leader of a franchise.
And he knocks down the first one.
No wasted trips at all. They're taking care of business at the line.
And so Young nails them both. And here's Curry, who brings it up for the Warriors. 19-point game. They get it back. Lee outside. Pass to Pascal. 5 to shoot. Pass to Curry from outside the arc. He doesn't hit that one. So the Hawks will take it the other way.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Pulls up for 3. And Jones pulls it down. The Hawks leading by 19 points. Here's Herter. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
Young outside, the three, another three for Atlanta.
This is Trae Young's game right there. Rise and fire, and these shots are helping out the offense.
Golden State's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. The pass to Lee. Some nice passing by Golden State here. They kick it out to Green. Here's Curry with the three. Curry with another miss. And it's the Hawks ball. They're on a 14-5 run here. Herder passes to Gallinari. Here's Young. Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Now, Gallinari at that size can do a little bit of everything, and I like to see him dishing the rock.
Timeout called the Warriors.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
And let's take a look at Danilo Gallinari's numbers. He's coming off an excellent season. 4th in free throw percentage, and he also shot his way into the top 5 in percentage from long range. Just a knockdown shooter.
And yeah, he was money from the charity stripe. Only a handful of players shot a better percentage last season. Tremendous asset. Here's Curry, and Jones sends it back.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
At this point, I don't know what you can do to slow this team down.
Well, nothing that they're doing seems to be making an impact. And there are some nights where you just run out of options, whether it's by personnel or by tactic.
Outside, Green. Will it go? And Jones pulls it down. Jones has got 4 rebounds now tonight. That's good from Gallinari on the assist from Young. Gallinari's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Curry against Young. Outside, Green. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Well, whether you love him or hate him, you can't deny that Draymond Green is one of the more unique players in the league.
There really isn't anyone else like Draymond. I mean, who does everything for a team but score. I mean, not only can he play all positions on both ends of the floor, but also to be the emotional leader. Truly a special player.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Talent coming from everywhere these days, Brent, including the developmental league. The G League has done a wonderful job of watching players develop there and then vaulting them up to the big league.
And I think last year, Kevin, the numbers were that more than half the players in the NBA had spent some time in the G League. You want to talk about that league coming a long way.
What an impact.
Massive.
Yes.
And what you're seeing too over the past few years, Kevin, is people doing a great job of using the G League a lot better. Not just experimenting and lab ratting what that team is about, but really well thought out player development and stints for guys on their team rather than just practicing and traveling and sitting and watching games. You're watching guys go play a game in the afternoon and then coming up to the NBA level and participating in an NBA game that night. That's going to go a long way to make guys in the early part of their career take the necessary strides in a lot quicker than they normally would.
This two-way contract has been a wonderful addition.
Except if you talk to their agents, Kevin. Yes, it's been very good for the control of an organization to find that kind of talent.
Curry brings the double. Young passes to Capella. Wiggins against Bogdanovich. And again, it's Atlanta.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now trying to put this one away.
Chris pass to Pascal. Outside, Green. Golden State needs to get off a shot. Pascal's shot is off.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Bogdanovich against Wiggins. A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
Well, Bogdanovich, we saw a little bit of this during the All-Star weekend. He can play with a little bit of flair, and you know he's confident when he starts to show those signs.
Curry outside, drills the three-pointer. Curry's got 28.
It feels like the other four guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Passes it to Young. To the inside, Capella. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. And that's 12 points for Clint Capella.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And boy, that looked like goaltending. Yes, it is, and so they will award the basket there.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
Curry against Young. Kicks to Hunter. It's blocked.
Well, Chris rises up, and is he playing volleyball, Kevin? He just spiked that one away.
Down low, and Chris throws it down.
Beautiful reverse jam right there.
Use the rim to protect the ball, I think. Bogdanovich up top, covered by Wiggins. Pass to Young. Pulls from the top of the key. Good as the jump shot falls. 26 points for him.
Great to watch Trae Young set plays up on a nightly basis.
Wiggins outside. Curry against Young. The 15-footer misses off the right iron. And so it's Bogdanovich who brings up the ball for Atlanta. Following this one, they get to host the Cavaliers. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. In the corner, it's Capella. He dishes it to Gallinari. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins.
When you're defending Gallo, you have to be careful because he is exceptional at drawing the defense into him when he's shooting.
Well, when Danilo Gallinari came into the NBA, Brent, he was just a catch-and-shoot type player. But he's so much more than that now.
Well, I think with the way the league has changed with the three-point shot and Gallinari's ability to do that, he's gotten a lot smarter about picking his spots when the pump fake can drive in and draw some contact.
And the first one at the line is good.
You know, the Gallinari nickname, Gallo, did you know that's Italian for rooster, Kevin? Look it up. It's fact.
Atlanta making a switch here. Collins is checked in. Gallinari hits them both. 58 seconds left here in the second. Oubre outside. Over Gallinari. Oubre can't get it to go. Atlanta's gone 3 of 4 with the long-range bombs here in the second quarter. To the paint. Here's Bogdanovich. And the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And nice to see the strong inside game they're playing this quarter.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Free throw good, Bogdanovich.
Well, the thing you think about with Bogdanovich, besides his first name being in his last name, is potential. A young, raw prospect with plenty of upside.
They need this. Count it. And it's 6 points for Andrew Wiggins.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight, Kevin. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
Young pass to Bogdanovich. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got 6 assists here tonight.
They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
Well, game plan might have been good, but you have to bring it together. Right now, their chemistry is something to be admired.
And so it's the Atlanta Hawks out there all by themselves with a 32-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Andrew, they shot the lights out in the first half. What has to change?
Get back. Focus on getting back, guarding your man, and not taking these real.
It starts with a man-on-man challenge. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David, for that interview, and we'll see you back here after the break for third quarter basketball.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. We saw Trae Young lighting it up in the first half. He ended up with 26 points, 3 rebounds, and 6 assists. Kenny, what was your take on Atlanta?
More spectacular play by Trae Young. It's not just the skill set, it's the instincts of the game. Makes quick reads, and he's decisive.
Shaq, what are your thoughts on Golden State?
Well, they struggle in a number of areas. Protecting the rim is really at the top of the list. They haven't made that a priority. They haven't put forth a whole lot of effort. You got to protect the rim.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
He's definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
Now, you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Green is out there with Chris. Then there's Oubre. Then it's Andrew Wiggins, and it's Curry in at the point guard. That's the Warriors' 5.
As such a precise player, when Young notices those kind of openings, he definitely is looking to attack.
Inside. And Wiggins gets it to go on the assist by Curry. 8 points for Andrew Wiggins.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Young dishes to Bogdanovich. 6 on the shot clock. 13 feet away. Here's Collins. Wiggins with some nice D.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Young against Curry. Launches it. Collins grabs the miss. Collins has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. The feed to Bogdanovich. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. Young's got his 7th assist in the game.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Greg, this season is the first time in the last 4 or 5 years that Golden State will not be the prohibitive favorites to win it all.
I mean, back-to-back devastating injuries in the finals. Kevin Durant departing in free agency with time and health. Will they retake the throne? So we'll just have to wait and see.
Great to see Bogdanovich in this kind of rhythm as a young player, showing he's capable of carrying the load.
Curry passes to Wiggins. Pass to Chris. To the middle. Here's Curry. Goes to the reverse layup and traps it in. Curry's got 32 points in the game.
Well, the rest of the team has looked pretty bad tonight, but he's done a fantastic job of scoring the ball and carrying the load on offense.
Green kicks to Curry. Now the pass to Chris. Golden State moving the ball around. And it's Wiggins missing. Hawks have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. Bogdanovich not going to go that time. And it's Curry with the ball, bringing it up for Golden State. And he makes that one. 8 points for Draymond Green.
A tough shot from Draymond Green, but he brings this out of his squad and frustrates the opponent.
Bogdanovich, terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another, Greg.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Young with the ball. Now Green defending. That's good from 17 feet away. And that's now 30 points for Trae Young.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
They double team Curry. Passes it to Wiggins. Oubre outside. From outside, off the mark. The Hawks have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. Young passes to Hunter. Capella kicks to Collins. And it's Bogdanovich in the corner. To the inside. And there's Hunter on the assist from Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 3 assists in the game.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Curry. Young against Wiggins. 3-pointer. Rebound by the Hawks. Capella's got rebound number 7 for him tonight.
Well, if he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich. Bogdanovich has got 23.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
And Wiggins throws it down.
And how about the court awareness there? Peripheral vision of Curry, strong feel for when guys are uncovered, finds the open man.
To the paint, here's Bogdanovich. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Wiggins dishes to Curry. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. 34 points for Steph Curry. Atlanta's gotten 2/3 of their three-pointers to fall tonight. They're 6 of 9 overall. Capella, the pass to Young. Capella bounce pass. Collins, good. Collins has got 10 points in the game.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Curry kicks to Wiggins. Good on the triple. He's got 13.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Young passes to Collins. Bogdanovich against Wiggins. Capella. And that one drops.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
Curry against Young. From deep three-point range. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
And taking a look here at the numbers for Clint Capella, great showing for him last season. Second in field goal percentage, fifth in rebounding, and a top 15 ranking in blocks per game, supplying that backline protection that is so key to a great defense.
And you pointed out his ranking as the second best shooter in the league last season. I think with a little extra work, he could become #1 this time around. Now, here's Hunter, covered by Oubre. Capella, the pass to Hunter. Here's the three. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And whether or not he's making shots, hammering it in.
That's a big-time throwdown, and Oubre can really fly.
Curry brings the double. Inside. Here's Bogdanovich. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
Solid work at the line a season ago. 83% on his opportunity.
Shooting two.
Free throw good. Bogdanovich. Atlanta making a switch here. Gallinari's checked in. Second free throw, no good.
And even with the shift from Budenholzer to Pierce, the Hawks continue to rely on the three as much as any team.
No doubt about it. I think the front office still accentuating the fact that they want to find some floor spacers after that 19th pick in John Collins, a guy that can rim run and protect the middle. They wanted to go after as much shooting as they possibly could.
Got that one up quick. That's 36 points for Steph Curry. And here's Young. He'll bring it up for the Atlanta Hawks. He kicks to Capella. Now Gallinari. 6 points for him. Here's Bogdanovich. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Bogdanovich has got 13 points here in the second half alone. Pass to Wiggins. Back to Curry. High post try. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got his 4th assist in this one. Young against Curry. Young outside. The pass to Gallinari. Banked in off the glass. Gallinari's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
They double team Curry. Wiggins surveying the floor. Pass to Pascal. Here's Looney. Gallinari covering. Green breaking loose. And it's Curry again from deep. Curry's got 41.
Well, if he's hitting shots from there, he becomes so much more dangerous.
Bogdanovich dishes to Collins. Young outside. For three. A three-pointer is right on target. Young's got 7 now in this quarter.
Is it possible his sweet touch is getting sweeter, guys?
Curry with him. And Young picks him up defensively. The shot by Curry, no good. Atlanta's gone 7 of 11 from deep tonight, using the three-pointer to their advantage. A nice shot by Gallinari.
Just a great move by Gallo with the dribble.
And for the Warriors, they're shooting pretty good tonight at 48%. Wiggins passes to Looney. Here's Pascal. And another three for Golden State.
Well, that's a shot he can hit. If you give it to him, you need a little more energy on defense that next trip down.
Young inside. He's against Green. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Drawing a foul down low. Trae Young earning that trip to the line.
This will make 4 trips to the line so far in the game.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
The first free throw is good. Lee's checked in for Draymond Green. And the Hawks making a change here. And so Young nails them both. There's 1:26 left in the third quarter. Down low, here's Wiggins. Good, and Curry gets the assist. Curry's got 6 assists in the game.
Curry doing a great job there with the pass. Of course, you're worried about the shot all the time, but a nice setup from Steph.
Shot's good from Young.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Here's Wiggins. Fernando pulls it in. Atlanta's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Young. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. Young's got 39.
Defense shaking their heads. No idea how to stop him in this quarter. He's got him on the ropes.
Curry passes to Pascal. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
And Young kicks to Bogdanovich. Outside Collins. Curry against Young. This one for 3. Another 3 for Atlanta.
Trae Young showing you variety. He can score in a lot of ways.
Curry against Young. And Bogdanovich picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. The Warriors have been successful on 3 of their 4 free throw attempts up to this point.
And they had a lot of success a season ago as a team, hitting about 80% of their free throws.
That free throw from Lee is good. Here's Bowman, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Atlanta Hawks with a major 39-point lead here at the end of the quarter. This has been a one-sided matchup, and I don't see any signs of it lessening. Right back after this break. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. The Warriors shooting it pretty well, close to 50%. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hawks. You've got Scal Labissiere, also Carter out there, and it's Fernando in at the center. 6 to shoot. Pass to Looney. Fires for 3. No good that time. So the Hawks will take it the other way. Here's Herter, covered by Lee. Nice ball movement here by Atlanta. Labissiere, the pass to Reddish. Here's Fernando. That three off the mark. 60 seconds off the clock here in the fourth. Pass to Looney. Brent, we have seen some international showcase games the last few years. Do you like that trend?
Oh, absolutely. I like the fact that our league, we know how global it is with how many players from different countries are represented throughout the rosters around the league. But for our game to travel around to London and to Mexico City and have an opportunity for those fans to see what NBA basketball is like, I think it's an absolute win for the NBA.
I'd like to see more, actually.
Well, more time for those teams. The timing of some of those trips for some teams are a little bit tough in terms of the travel, but their appearances there mean so much more to grow the game globally.
Golden State's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Knocked loose, stolen by Carter. Fernando can't get it to go.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
It's stolen by Reddish. Oh, and a fast break for Atlanta. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Way to attack there and then create the contact.
And, of course, there's no questioning Cam Reddish's talent level. Greg, he has a high ceiling.
Yeah, I mean, great size, length, the fluidity as an athlete. He can make an impact at both ends of the floor. Shoots the three well for a young player, and you love his ability to match up really 1 through 5.
That free throw good from Reddish. He hits both from the stripe. And when it comes to choosing, Brent, the MVP, the Coach of the Year, the Rookie of the Year, all these different great awards, do you like the current voting structure for these big awards right now?
I don't mind the current voting structure. I don't know how you get away from what it is that, in terms of handing people ballots to figure out who it is that they think have earned those awards throughout the year, Kevin. What I don't like about the structure is that you have media members who are voting on things that have huge financial ramifications for organizations. And when that stuff happens with a player who's going to earn a supermax contract because he made an all-NBA team, what you're going to start doing is restricting smaller market teams from being able to afford the ability to keep their star player with the team. And so that needs to be fixed, and fixed immediately.
I do not like the media. Wait a minute.
Wait.
I am the media.
You are the media, Kevin.
Strike that. Let's rewind.
Can we delete that?
Bowman passes to Lee. Fernando pulls it in. For Atlanta, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. Inside, here's Carter. In close, he hits it.
Shooters tend to be hungry, but this time Herter finds an open teammate.
The Warriors have gone a dismal 0 for 5 to get the fourth quarter underway. Bowman passes to Looney. Player salary is obviously a large investment, Brent. What are some other investments that owners can make to help their team get better, either on the floor or off?
Massive one, Kevin, obviously, is in terms of your players' wellness and what it is that you're doing with your physical therapy staff, your strength and conditioning staff, because you want these guys available at the best and maximum potential physically that they can give you. A lot of teams, quite frankly, in the past couple of seasons, Kevin, looking into other ways, holistic therapies, mental approach that they can have mental wellness for their players as part of their programming. So teams that think you build some beautiful practice facility and just let the guys go bounce the ball around and shoot are absolutely missing.
Yes.
Yeah, they're missing the boat on what it is that their players require, need to be complete as people.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fernando pulls it in.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
Warriors shooting here about 46% for the game. To the inside. Looney with the bucket. Looney's got his first basket.
Not getting old here. Seeing him make that lead pass with perfect timing.
Reddish kicks to Carter. Now here's Labissiere. Here's Reddish. The Hawks again can't hit. There are many players now signing shorter contracts in free agency. You've talked about this a lot. Does it make it harder or easier for the super teams?
Well, I think it makes it easier because all of a sudden a star player from another team becomes available that you could latch him on to somewhere else.
Any examples you could throw out there? That
I don't want to get into the specifics
of it. I understand.
I think we've seen it over the past 3 or 4 years with some of our star guys. And
yes.
I don't fault them because they're getting smarter. Players are a lot smarter about what it is that they can do with having the very few times, Kevin, that you have a say in your career as to where it is that you're going to play, and more importantly, the potential for what it is that financially you can make.
And playing for a championship.
For a championship, for potentially the opportunity to play with somebody who you've always thought you could either elevate their play or they could elevate yours. This is not going away anytime soon.
Carter, the pass to Fernando. That one doesn't drop.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for that. That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
Here's Herter. That one will not drop. It's his first miss. He's 4 for 5. Here's Lee, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. Here's what the Hawks have lined up on their schedule. On Saturday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Eric Bledsoe and the New Orleans Pelicans. First free throw is good. Brett, when a team hires a new coach, what tends to be the feelings of the players in that locker room, knowing there's a new voice in it?
If you are a veteran player, you have the opportunity, more than likely, Kevin, to call 5 or 6 resources that know who that coach is. Because most of the time, coaches that are getting hired have previous NBA experience. If you're a younger player, you're looking at what it is that's being written and said about that coach to try to evaluate how it is that you're going to fit in. The biggest responsibility, Kevin, is that new coach trying to get as many of those players into the facility or at a meeting or at a dinner to have them understand from day one, as soon as possible, what it is that they're about, what it is he's expecting from them, and how it is he's going to go about them. Then all the other things about guesswork, those go away.
Right. All about communication.
That communication, and communication as quick as you possibly can. That's an important factor.
Yes. So it's the Hawks now. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
Look, Kevin, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Here's Poole. Brent, we have seen some players refuse to speak to the media. For whatever reason, where should that line be drawn?
Well, there is a role and a responsibility, I think, of every player in the league, Kevin, given that it's an entertainment industry and that people have jobs around this league to tell stories, to have access to those players. Now, every player doesn't want to talk or get into certain things, but their availability should be made, and people should have access to them. Look, I don't want to take out the trash every Tuesday, but I understand I got to do it at home.
Right.
And so players have a responsibility to their franchise to be a voice at times.
I always thought you were terrific with the media.
Well, I appreciate that, Kevin. Maybe that's how I got this job.
And even though they're down, they are putting on a show at the free throw line.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots. Here's Herter. There's the pass to Labissiere. Carter down low. The Warriors pull it in.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
He's been off the mark, and that hasn't helped them chip away at the lead. It's been a theme here this quarter.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Here's Bowman. Hits the three-point bomb.
Just a little confusion among the D as to who was supposed to be on it.
Passes it to Labissiere. With the floater, and Carter lays it up and in. Carter's got 6 points in the quarter.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Bowman, defended by Labissiere. Brent, when we talk about home court advantage, do you feel it's the same as it used to be? It has that same impact?
I do think it's still hugely important, Kevin. It's less important when there's a team that has been together for a long time and has proven that they can take their wares on the road and come home with a victory. But it absolutely gives you a level of comfort as a player to get into your routine, to be at a place that seems familiar. Something deep down psychologically helps every member of that team being at home.
Yeah, he's going to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
Well, defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
Pass to Bowman. Lock at 6. Taken away. Here's Herter. Kicks it to Labissiere. The shot by Carter. Nobody around. Here's Dedmon.
Well, Dedmon likes to play physical. He brings it to the game every night.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. You know, Brent, he's bounced around, but late bloomer Dwayne Dedmon making impressive strides in his game.
Yeah, you think about going from a 10-day contract to having a ton of starts as a center. This guy is very skilled, Dedmon, and the ability to go out and shoot the basketball, I think, has raised the most eyebrows about what he can do for your team offensively.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Brent, with advanced analytics becoming commonplace in the NBA, which stats do you personally hold most valuable?
Well, it's amazing to talk about effective field goal percentage. Mm-hmm. I laugh a lot
which is everything shooting, free throws.
Yeah, well, I like to use true shooting percentage, Kevin, because that's where you adopt 3-point shooting percentage, 2-point shooting percentage, and your free throw percentage.
Everything.
But in talking to a lot of people around the league, general managers and coaches, I laugh inside to myself a little bit, like, oh, so now shooting's important? Like what? Like now shooting's important around the league? Right. As if, you know, the time that you go out to start playing basketball, you grab a ball, you go towards the goal, and your goal is to make the shot. And so we're talking so much more about how much shooting is valued. Effective field goal percentage is tremendous, with true shooting percentage being not far behind.
And there's the pass to Bowman. Just 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. No good that time. And Atlanta will go the other way with it.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Hawks.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year.
And in a 3-game season series, they take the first 2, and certainly they've had the edge in this matchup.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Trae Young.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Labissiere with the ball. And so Atlanta takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Danilo, transition, big for your team. I assume that was a big focus tonight.
Yes, we want to run, and that's what we have to do every time. So that's what we did, and we played a great game.
Gallo, thanks very much. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So for David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and the whole 2K Sports crew, this is